Check, 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 check.
I don't know why I'm dancing. This is an audio podcast.
I was into video games, and in the darkness, I'm heartless like an ox.
It's all true. Tell your friends, yo.
I was into video games,
I'm not a narc. I just played one on Nintendo.
and in the darkness, I'm
Hello and welcome to the 5th Broke Geeks podcast. I am DeezySenpai. Here with
Johnny.
God damn it!
I
you
couldn't
ruined the
think
flow.
of a name.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I
How
couldn't
can we
think
not
of a
get
name.
a single intro to go smoothly?
Look,
Literally anybody.
We are literally
Anybody.
lined up right now.
We're sitting in the same.
it's okay.
You know what? There's other people here. Let's just get to the podcast. I don't give a fuck anymore.
It's Krishad, Krish Calico.
Krish Calico.
Yeah. And
Have you
Is it
ever-
because he has a calic?
Have you ever referred to yourself as that?
no,
It's him.
me exclusively.
Just him.
I kind of figured.
And
Krishy
we
Squeeze.
Oh shit!
So if a gingerbread
Wait,
man
did
is inside of a house of ginger, is it made of his skin or is he made of the house?
He screams for he does not know.
Thank you.
Wait, in a house of ginger or a house of gingerbread?
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread.
You said a house of ginger, and that's a very different house.
That's a soulless house.
See the is gingerbread soulless?
Yes, it's soulless bread.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
There's
I
no
was gonna
soul
say,
in the bread?
What about
I'm
Shrek?
just picturing a house with walls of carrot top, just stacked up like Tetris.
Just different gingers, just all stacked up differently. Like Shaun
just-
White's there.
The
Fucking Ed
wallpaper.
Sheeran's up on the roof because he has the high notes.
The
Ah!
wallpaper in the basement is the ginger dude from Watchmen.
Yes.
Oh my god. Each of them just has like 2 circles of duct tape and they're just stacked up.
Like Lincoln Logs. Just...
The heads interlock. The hair's
the
tied
froze,
together.
the froze interlock.
No, that's what you use for the corners.
Yep. Every corner is just like a different froed Jew.
A different Jew bro.
Jew fro.
A fro to Jew.
A froed Jew.
That sounds like a fucking D&D monster.
Oh, that's awesome.
You encounter a fro Jew.
What kind of D&D are you playing?
Mine now.
D&D edition Third Reich?
Spirit attacks don't affect it.
Oh
Oh my god.
I play Auschwitz and Nazis. It's a live action role playing game.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
Some people take it a little too far.
Okay, we're gonna leave this. We're gonna leave this right now. I don't know how we got here.
First question.
Give me a topic. Give me a topic.
Could say Johnny dropped the bomb on that conversation.
No, he gassed the conversation.
Yeah.
Get in the fucking game, Jan.
Guys,
Jesus
get
Christ.
Get your head in the game.
Oh my god.
So are the shower rooms like the dungeon traps?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to roll a social check.
You have to
Bribe a Nazi
step on a
with, like-
button and the gas hits you in the face, and then you have to roll a fortitude Constitution save.
Fuck.
It's
But you're
really
a
bad
starved
because
Jew, so you have a really bad Constitution
Oh,
save.
so yesterday I was playing Pokemon Go and something blew my mind. For the first time ever, I realized that the Pokemon Murkrow is just murder and crow smashed together. Murder, the plural of crow, and crow, the singular of crow, in one word. So this Pokemon is at least 3 crows. I was mad.
I don't want to be that guy.
I know, but
But-
it inspired me. What is the dumbest Pokemon name that you can think of? Because that I got super fucking triggered for like 5 minutes while I was playing.
Okay.
Because I know Pokemon names are dumb, but I was like, it's just, it
Well,
triggers me.
There's dumb because it's literally like no creativity, and then there's dumb because it's fucking dumb. Dumb because no creativity is Mr. Mime.
Yes.
Like, they looked at it and they're like, fuck it, Mr. Mime.
Abracadabra and Alakazam
Yeah.
are the 3 laziest ass name.
I fucking hate
Pokemon
and-
ever.
I hate Executor, by the way. That shit pisses me off. Executor. Oh, okay. That's badass. You have one, Krishad?
Nah.
No?
No.
I know like this much about Pokemon.
Also, the fact that
okay.
Squirtle is turtle and squirrel combined is a really
I
obnoxious
had to Google
fact.
this just to be part of the conversation, and I'm still not.
He's Google fact checking.
That
on
is
Pokemon.
one question that Krishad has no answer for. Next question.
Next one.
Honestly, for me, another one is Zapdos.
Zapdos.
It's shoes.
Zapatos.
Zapatos is Spanish for shoes.
It's a flying shoe.
It's a flying
it's
shoe.
A flying electric shoe.
Well, you got
So-
the
so
whole
if I-
Arctic Uno.
Arctic
If I wear
Uno,
Spanish shoes,
Zapdos,
Oh,
Moltres. It's
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
They have Uno, Dos, and Tres in their
Yeah,
name.
no, people talk shit
I didn't even
about like the new Pokemon, but the old Pokemon, they were pretty bad too.
dumb.
Yeah,
Oh no,
like-
I have never ever claimed that Pokemon was an intellectual built game. It is a very easy thing to come up with Bulbasaur. We're gonna make a little dinosaur with a bulb on its back. Holy shit, it's evolved. We're gonna have a little mini flower on its back. Holy shit, it's evolved again. It is now a giant dinosaur with a big flower on its back.
That's why I never liked Quilava.
I didn't like Qual either. I hated it. I love Cyndaquil.
I don't like the name Quilava.
Yeah.
It's
Because
lava quills.
Lava quills.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Typhlosion.
Typhlosion
Explosion
is
Typhoon.
kind of cool, but
Is it?
it's a little bit better.
Chikorita,
Quilava.
Bayleaf, Meganium. I like those names except for Bayleaf.
Meganium was fucking badass.
I like Meganium. A lot of people hated Meganium.
Dude, firefighting? What the fuck? That shit is dope.
What? Meganium is
Oh, my fuck. I'm sorry.
Blaziken, son.
Thank you. I...
So we're gonna leave this topic of conversation
damn
before
it.
Jan hurts himself more.
Yeah, no. that
Give me the
was-
next question, please.
That was brutal. Oh yeah.
Why
Who
is he
would
sitting
you
like this?
who would you be fit to cosplay cross-dress as?
Oh, who would I be fit to cosplay crossdress?
Or who would you?
Oh, okay, because that having the body type. And
Okay, if I
cross-dressing
was
are
gonna
two different
if
things.
I was gonna cross dress, if it was my body type, I'd cross dress May. All I need is a blue tank top. I
Yeah.
have the hair. I can just get some nerd glasses.
And because the whole suit pretty much covers up all your hair.
Yeah. No. The thing is I'll just do what every other May cosplayer does and just buy a blue tank top, make my bra have a little extra cleavage to make me look extra fat, you know?
Oh my god.
And then,
She's not fat.
you know what?
She's
She isn't.
thick.
She isn't. But I'm just gonna go with everyone else on this because I don't care anymore. It's a fucking video game character. And the fact that I was getting so triggered by the fact that people were telling the artists that they were wrong about their art is still triggering me. So I'm not gonna get into this. So I have to think about who I would actually cross-dress as.
I do too, yeah.
Give me a minute. Because,
The only one that comes to mind right now is Android 18. She's just a fucking badass.
oh shit, I just had one. God damn it.
I'd probably go as Winry Rockbell.
Winry.
Because I'd get to wear overalls, and then like I get to show off my belly, my fucking cutting board abs.
Yeah, let's call him that.
Would you cross-dress as Krishad?
I'm trying to think of any with brown skin.
With brown skin.
I don't remember any of their names.
It's anime, so you might have to whitewash yourself.
I mean, you're cross-dressing anyway.
Yeah, you could be whoever you
Yeah.
want to
What
be.
does it matter?
You could just don't whiteface.
Yeah, don't you fucking whiteface, man.
It's the same as blackfacing. There is no difference. I would give the same exact advice to anybody else. It's just he's a black guy, so I said don't whiteface.
Cocaine?
Cocaine?
I mean that's different. That's not whitefacing yourself. That's
Whitefacing
I mean,
is.
it is, but
that's-
it isn't.
that's evolving your social status.
Gives you a +3 to wealth. Wealth.
Well,
Welfare? No.
No, cocaine's too expensive.
No,
for all
cocaine
that.
is rich man's drug. I was just trying to figure out how I fucked the word wealth up.
No, because the only reason I said that was the minute you said whiteface, I immediately just pictured the Dave Chappelle with the cocaine.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I saw.
I enjoy it. Who did cosplay as?
That was like 90% of the Chappelle show was whiteface.
No shit. I would cosplay Hinata.
Hinata.
Ooh.
Kawaii
That
Desu.
would be good.
Because I honestly just want to wear the contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be dope.
Well, Hinata is bae.
and Hinata was like
Fuck yeah.
my anime crush for a long
Oh, yeah.
Probably still is, but
I hated Naruto. Never watched it, but I hated it for whatever reason. And then I saw
Believe it!
the tuning exams, and I was
Oh my
like,
God.
this show's fantastic.
oh,
And
see,
one of the
Haku hit
first
hook me.
episodes I saw, I didn't watch before that, so one of the first episodes I watched was Hinata getting the fuck beat out of her, and I was like, how dare you? She is innocent. You
That
get
is
your
my
hands
Nindo.
off her, Neji.
That is my ninja way. I was like, that's so cringy, but I love it. It's just like I love anime for how ridiculous it is, but also at the same time I love anime because it's so
this is-
and the other
fucking
thing
cringy.
This is what I say. A lot of people they hate English dub, and I don't think they hate English dub because of the voices. Yes, there are bad ones out there for sure, but I think a lot of it is you're actually hearing what they're saying in your own language.
Yep.
You know, in Japanese, my ninja way, it's not that cringy. But
And it sounds
when you
neat.
when you hear like in English, my ninja way.
Believe it.
Well, the other problem is because
Believe it.
when you're actually hearing it, it's more annoying than when you're reading it. So like Naruto's
Yeah.
Believe It, that became annoying because of the repetition, because you're
Well,
always hearing stuff. like
Naruto's Believe It. I don't think it got translated in the subs. It
It
was
didn't.
just Databayo because it
Databayo.
actually doesn't even mean anything, from what I understand.
It
So-
doesn't. It was just a random thing.
They were like, fucking, like, I think the people dubbing it were just like, ah, shit. What do we do?
This doesn't have a meaning. We can't translate it.
We can't Google
Too
Translate
much
this.
scene of him
We
going,
can translate
"Believe
this.
it."
Believe it.
Well, like they were like, he's giving a thumbs up. It's always after he talks about being Hokage. Believe it. Like,
They'd only watch season 1. They're like, we don't have to do this for very long.
yeah, like after season 1, he doesn't say it anymore. Like,
They watched season 1 and they were like, all right, this won't be too bad. And then they got uppercut with filler. And they were like, no!
One thing that Naruto
Yeah.
specifically sort of made me notice about anime is that because of the length of time that you spend invested in these longer story arcs, specifically in the larger anime or the big arcing animes the Bleaches, the Naruto,
Few hundred episode ones.
one of the character the character dramas will be less impactful if you take it out of context. It'd be less impactful, but because of your investment in the world, it's more impactful for you.
true.
Which is why sometimes you can be like, this isn't great, but I'm still watching into episode 120 because I'm invested and I care about what's going on in this world, not necessarily what's going on to these people.
Yeah.
I like Naruto. The entire series of Naruto, I fucking hate the main team in Naruto.
I do
Naruto,
too.
Sasuke, Sakura. They're so fucking boring.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is so cool for some reason.
It's because they're super.
They were like, let's
Super stagnant.
let's take these side characters and make them cooler than the main character. Like Kiba, for example. Kiba is one of my favorite Naruto characters, but he just gets shit on. Like, the creator fucking hates him. I swear. They're like, alright, he gets one move. Everyone in Shippuden gets a whole bunch new moves, unlocks new states. Kiba, I do Fang over Fang. That's what I do.
Giant dog Fang over.
See,
Fang?
yeah, that's the one where he becomes a giant two-headed wolf.
Yeah.
And he grazes a dude and rips him in half.
Yeah.
But this is the dude who can be ripped in half. Okay, alright. When does he fucking use that move again? Because I don't remember it.
Well, I mean, if you ripped someone in half and thought you ripped someone in half, and then he turned into two people, I'd be pretty fucking scarred too. Like, at the end of the day, if I cut someone in half and I actually genuinely thought I cut someone in half, not intending to cut someone in half, because he didn't even know he would cut him in half. He was like, "I'll stop you!" And he tried to stop him and split a guy in half.
Well, he was going to kill him. It was just like, The dude was like, I'm too fast. Dodge.
Yeah.
Graze. Rip in half. Holy shit, if that was a direct hit, it'd be devastating. And then Kiba's like, I know it's super strong. I'll never use it again. Because the creator's like, fuck the side characters.
Well,
I
I mean,
fuck the side characters, just fuck Kiba for some reason.
Yeah.
no, fuck most of the side
Because
characters.
even when you finally get something new from him, it's oh shit, he's bigger. He turns into a two-headed dog, and then he does the same move.
Some people say it's like, oh, okay, he's a dog guy. What are his avenues? A lot more than what is fucking presented in Naruto.
I know.
Like, why did Kakashi have the dog scroll? Why not give Kiba the dog scroll?
That's a great question. What
Yeah,
the
like,
fuck?
Kiba never gets a dog summon.
He does have a
Seems
dog
like a-
summon. You'd think that would be a thing he'd
He's
have.
only ever friends with one dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even then,
And it's his life dog. It's like they're literal soul partners. Like,
yeah.
they literally are. It's even considered master and pet. They are considered partners. So
I mean, it's a lot better than fucking Shino.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Ten is probably the worst.
Tintin's just a bad character in general.
Ten, like,
I don't
first
like
of all,
Tintin.
no one remembers her half the time. They're
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Her power is pulling blades out of her butthole.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, yeah, she's not all that
I'm gonna
badass.
throw these at you! And we've learned that...
Like, you have people throwing fucking meteors at each other, and she's like, needles, kunai, shuriken.
Fucking blades! Like, I don't give a shit that you can throw a bunch of weapons. These motherfuckers don't give a shit about weapons. Like,
no, the problem is
in a world of substitution jutsus, what is the point of projectiles?
She is to Neji and Rock Lee what Sakura is to Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
But the problem is she's the background character of Sakura is the background character of the main two characters, and then she is the background character
Of the
two
background
main
characters.
background characters.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck are you even doing here anymore?
It's
Like, why?
It's something with anime. They have, like, two choices. They have, like, the chick who thinks she's badass, but she's really worthless.
Mhm.
And then they have the totally OP chick, right? So, there's never a middle ground. You never get a chick who's badass who has some faults. It's either, I'm gonna shit on everyone, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and then gets wrecked, you know? Or, yeah, I suppose there's damsels in distress too, but for the most part,
Sakura.
like, Ten had a pretty, like, tough girl persona, but realistically, everyone's better than her. Damn
It's
near.
like the tuning exam, they presented her as this badass, and then they realized during the tuning exam how useless Tintin truly is, and realized that Tamaria has a giant fan who can, like, Tamaria is the badass chick who knows she's badass.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Like, that is the best. She is one of the best characters in the show because at least she was somewhat dynamic.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and Tamari carried over.
yeah, and
into,
she carried
like-
over.
Like,
Her and Shikamaru
she
got together.
scaled up, you know, like...
Yeah.
She actually, evolved.
Yeah, like Ten did and stuff, but it was like, with Tamari, it was a little more realistic. Because in a world of fucking jutsu, your throwing things is not going to work.
Throwing
Unless
things from
you're, like,
scrolls.
Lee-level taijutsu, you're not pulling shit off.
Like, and it's not even like she had, like, jutsu she was pulling shit out of the ground with. She
Yeah.
had to pull 2 scrolls, do a
yeah,
weird,
there were, like, ceiling scrolls that
her
she would...
weird, like, dragon dance shit. And you can't take time like that to do shit. Haven't you learned yet? This is motherfucker, like, they will cut you in half mid-move.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, dude, they do shit in the blink of an eye, like you pulling shit out and like
You pulling shit out of
doing
your
multiple
butthole.
actions for
and-
one ineffective move.
And then doing her weird, like, fucking ribbon dance before. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Just
Yeah.
do it.
If your solution for a man who bitch made a tailed beast is throw a sharp thing at him, you're probably not going to do great in that world.
You're gonna get punched in the fucking face and you're gonna be lucky you don't die.
yeah.
Like, even Choji had, like,
The
a badass
butterfly.
ultimate form. Yeah, the butterfly. We should probably move to another question before we just shit on Naruto all day.
Yeah, no, because I'll keep going.
I love Naruto, by the way,
so
but I
keep
fucking
going.
hate it.
Oh no, I know. Alright. How about your top sci-fi movies and series?
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers? Oh yeah.
Mm.
That is it for you.
I don't even have to second guess.
I know. I should have known that would be your answer, but I didn't think about it. For me, definitely one of the like a series for me would be Firefly is way up there for me.
Firefly's really good.
And it's interesting.
Mini-series is Dinotopia.
And it's interesting because I was listening to BJ Shea's God damn it, BJ's Geek Nation podcast, and it was a poll. I don't remember what website it was on, but essentially Firefly was like the top sci-fi series, and I don't necessarily think that it would be the best of all time, simply because there wasn't enough of it and it couldn't explore concepts as much as other series can. But for what it was, like, it was fucking amazing. And I feel like it was sort of the perfect one season.
Except for the fact that they cut it and didn't do the rest of it, even though they cut it for no reason.
No, I know.
But
well,
it's sad.
It didn't have good ratings, which
didn't.
was the problem.
And
it was a good show, but yeah.
It pumped up in ratings after it got canceled,
Yeah.
which is what
It's
a
a
lot
cult
of these
classic.
shows do.
Yeah, but my point is that pretty much everything that they did was perfect to
Oh,
what
yeah.
they were trying to do.
They did a really good
And
job.
that's why I enjoy it.
I'm gonna have to say Star Wars. It's not 100% sci-fi. It's a little more fantasy, but
It's
still sci-fi.
it's
You
a
know,
space opera.
Yeah,
as they call it.
Classification
Yeah.
closer to.
but yeah, because I'm not huge into sci-fi.
I get it.
And Star Wars kind of bridges that gap.
I feel
So, yeah. That being said, a little more the extended universe is a lot more fun than the
True
movies.
that.
Movies are fun. It's just I like to see the side stories of Vader when he's just hunting down Jedi and shit. That's so fun.
Fun fact: there is
Absolutely.
going to be a Darth Vader movie, like a straight movie about Vader.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Like a Disney Studios movie. Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Because they're making one for like everyone. Like Han Solo's getting one.
Yep.
Obi-Wan's gonna get one.
Donald Glover's gonna play Lando.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be awesome. Krishad, what's your favorite
Yeah,
sci-fi?
I've pretty much only seen Star Wars. That's like all of my sci-fi.
You haven't seen
Ever.
Starship Troopers?
No.
Oh my god.
How
Oh.
could you?
Oh my god.
Dylan's
Sorry.
getting triggered.
Also sci-fi. Rick and Morty.
Ooh, that's
Oh
actually
shit!
fun.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Rick
shit.
and Morty.
All right. Well, fuck
That's
Star
actually
Wars.
a great one. Yeah.
Well, fuck Star Wars. Rick and Morty, man.
Yeah.
Sci-fi game.
Ooh, that'd be good. Actually, hold on. Sorry. X-Files is my shit, though.
X-Files.
X-Files was fun until I realized that they just kept recycling things with new skins.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh! I will say that I will always remember this episode because the alien skinned people.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked into like a meat shop and they were walking past all this like meat. And then they get to the back and there's just human bodies skinned all hanging on the meat hooks. I will never, ever, ever, ever forget that. And it's fucking brutal. And I loved it. And
like, whoa,
I was a little kid and I was like, whoa! And like looking back now, it probably wasn't a good effect. And it was probably mostly my imagination.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's like when you watch back and find the scene from that Disney movie that always scared you, and you're like, really? Really?
Sleepy Hollow, that horror scene still gets me every single time. Where he meets the witch, and like he walks into the witch's cavern, and then like he's turning the corner and she jumps out at his face. That scene still gets me every single time. The Johnny Depp Sleepy Hollow.
Mm.
So, sci-fi game? Krishad?
Yeah, I'm probably have to go with Mass Effect.
Any specific one you like the most?
Probably 2.
Yeah, 2. 2 was fun. Let's not say Mass Effect.
Mass Effect wasn't even on my mind anyway. I play a lot of sci-fi games because
Yeah.
that's my fetish. So
Sci-fi fetish.
obsession. So if space is in it, I'm probably gonna play it.
Jet Force Gemini for the 64 would be in my top 5. That was, oh my god, that was my shit. It was so fucking hard because the controls are so weird, but oh my god, it's so much fun.
Old
'Cause
school
third
Halo.
Like Halo 1, Halo
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, old school Halo. Halo 3 was the one I played the most, but it's not necessarily like
A good game.
the best.
Can I change my answer? Can I go with Nier Automata?
That's a good one.
Oh
Ooh,
shit, yeah,
That's a
Nier,
fucking
yeah.
masterpiece.
I haven't played that yet. I want to.
It's
So-
fantastic. I haven't played it, and I know it's
The
fantastic.
game plays with your head.
It does.
That's what I've heard.
Krishad just told me a couple things about it, and I was like, I fucking love this game.
Oh yeah, it's really awesome. I want to get it.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing the game. It was playing
Dylan.
me.
I'm gonna say Dead Space 2.
Dead Space
Ooh.
is a fun one.
I like
Dead Space
it.
2 upped the horror.
Yeah, that's
and then
why
Dead
I
Space
liked it.
3 just tore it all
Dead
down.
Space 2 made a bitch out of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's why I enjoyed it.
It
'cause,
still makes a bitch out of me.
Dead Space 2 was the first horror game I ever played.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I have never experienced a horror game before because they weren't really popular on consoles.
Oh.
See, my first one was Resident
Speaking
Evil.
of horror games,
Well,
Until
Resident
Dawn
Evil-
is free.
It was Resident Evil 4
No.
was my first one.
I'm not.
Remember?
So
Remember Until DZ?
I'm gonna let you guys know that Until Dawn Let's Play that's on our channel, it is never being finished. I cannot hang. I can't, and it's only because of how realistic it looks. If it was more cartoony, it would be so much easier. But I can't do hyperrealism.
Maybe me and Krishad will have to do a playthrough of that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because Dylan has broken my eardrums before.
Yeah,
Game.
and I don't think we're gonna have to turn my mic volume down to basically 1 decibel, negative 10 decibels to get
1
it to work.
decibel? I don't think so.
Yeah, I meant negatives, but anyway.
Oh my god.
Dead Space 2 was the first horror game I played, and then I didn't consider Resident Evil a horror game. I never really did. It never
Yeah,
scared
see,
me.
I played Resident Evil 4 and it's like, that was scary. And then my
See-
friend was like, let's play Dead Space 2. And I was like, alright, and I shit
I
myself.
played Dead Space 2 before Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember
So,
Dead Space
Resident Evil 4 was a horror game to me because that just...
was objectively scarier. It frightened me more. However, I felt like Dead Space 2 kind of grabbed you by the balls.
Oh, I played
after
Dead
about,
Space 2
20
first.
minutes. And then just started throwing you around the whole time. You felt less in control.
Yeah.
In Dead Space 2, which is why it wasn't as terrifying. Because in Dead Space 1, one of the factors was you had to keep going for this shit to happen to you. Whereas in Dead Space 2, honestly, you were kind of getting thrown from thing to thing to thing.
Plus
Yeah.
hallucinations.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
and Dead Space 2 fucked with your head.
Yeah,
No, I loved it.
You were like, did I see that, or am I tripping?
And I didn't play Dead Space 1. I played Dead Space 2 first.
I
Because
remember one
Dead Space 1 was
massive
really
ass
hard to
room
find.
in Dead
Dude.
Space 2.
Oh.
I walk in this massive ass room. There's a lot of sounds from every direction. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get every single little iron bar and gather them all at this door right here.
Yep.
If
I actually-
anything comes out,
I know
I'm
exactly
going back
what you're
to this
talking
door,
about.
And
I did the same exact thing.
walk out. Things come out. A plan went to shit because I forgot all about it.
He was like, ah! Because that was the sequence where you come into the
What about,
room and half the enemies are fake and half the enemies were real. So, you had to, you'd shoot at one and be like, that's a hallucination, motherfucker! And then you're like, no!
I remember before Dead Space came out, oh my god.
Peek the fucking mic, you ass.
Dylan peeked the mic for half a second.
Whoops.
But
That wasn't even that loud.
I remember
Yes, the
when
fuck it was, Dylan.
before
No, it
Dead Space
wasn't.
1 came out, when the demo came out, we downloaded it at midnight at Gabe's house.
What?
And or
Which
the
one?
demo for the original Dead Space.
Oh,
when it
yeah,
first came
yeah,
out, we played it for 3 hours after it came out at midnight, and we downloaded it, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when I discovered horror games were actually a genuine thing. I thought horror games were a rare commodity. I'm like, oh man, Resident Evil, Dead Space, because I wasn't a computer guy at all. I didn't get on computer until I was 15, 16.
Mhm.
So I discovered all that shit later. And I remember my friend was like, hey, let's play this game, Amnesia. And I was like, oh, what is it? You walk through a house. It's a horror game. And I was like, what do you mean it's just horror? He was like, yeah, it's straight horror. And I was like, why would people play that?
Why would you do that to
I would
yourself?
never be able to play Amnesia. I played Outlast, kinda, and then I would give the controller to my friend and be like, you play it.
Yeah, see, I'm that guy too. And so he's like, here, just play. And he put me in the story mode of Amnesia. And first off, I've never played a computer game before this point. So, I'm going into a brand new computer game. A brand new, whole gaming mechanic to me. And oh man, I don't like darkness in games, is what Amnesia made me realize. Because video games are worse than movies. Because there's only so much they can do in a movie.
Yeah, see, in a movie, I'm just like, I don't fucking care.
Oh, see, movies
You're
scare
gonna
the
turn
shit out
that
of me
corner.
too.
There's gonna be a thing that pops up. Like, oh no! In a game, I'm like, do the smallest things. I'm like, oh god, no! And I run.
Yeah, see, and the thing is video games have this prospect of it is limitless what can happen in it. Like, realistically speaking, a video game could have anything in it at any point of any time, and I'm not into that statistical chance.
That shit scares me.
Yeah, just the thought that anything could be in the darkness of this ring, because I didn't know what the monster looked like. I had no idea that it was a monster, because he was like, yeah, it's a psychological horror game, and I was like, why? Why would I want that? Why would I put myself through that?
It's like VR horror games for me. I'm like, no.
Oh, see, the thing is
They're like, oh, no, they're gonna be super fun. I'm like, I know. But no, because I'm a pussy.
unfortunately, I have this curse where it's funny to watch me get scared. So if our channel gets bigger, I will inevitably have to play horror games, which means I would inevitably have to play VR horror games, and I will shit myself on camera. It's gonna happen. I'm terrified of it.
I'm gonna have to edit out some scenes of you being like,
Fuck!
I shit myself.
No,
Again.
Note to self: don't
Peaked
schedule
again.
any VR recordings with Dylan.
No, the thing is like, I won't physically shit. I might a couple times. It depends on what I eat the day before.
You see, the
But-
thing is I genuinely don't know with you because I've seen you get scared, and just you getting scared from the dumbest shit. I've seen you get scared watching fucking YouTube videos.
I
to
have.
the point where I've never seen a grown man get that scared.
I have a lot of anxiety issues, okay?
Watching YouTube videos of
I-
other people playing games. You playing a VR game, I'm not going to be in the same room as you doing that. I'm sorry.
Well,
because-
I mean,
Fucking murdered.
if it makes you
Exactly.
feel better, I wouldn't be walking around. I don't walk. I would sit in a wheelchair. A wheel, like I told you, once I get a VR system, I'm gonna have a big out and turn.
Do you understand the fastest I have ever seen you move was because you saw next to you a spider the size, like less than the size of a penny.
You know what? It surprised me. It surprised me. It
Look.
startled me.
My
I wasn't
point
ready for it.
is you are very fast when you're startled.
Me and Krishad saw a spider the other day the size of a penny, and it moved like something not of this world.
And I move like
I
something
looked
not
at
of
it,
this
and I
world
was
when I
like-
see something like that.
I was like, there's a spider on the
And
wall.
I hurt myself
I
every
grabbed my shoe, and I didn't even stand up yet, and it immediately ran across the wall, hit something, and fell. And I was like, oh, I can't sleep tonight. Oh no. See, that's my thing, is I will kill the spider, but that's because I can't sleep if I don't.
Oh, see, there's no
So-
spiders in my house.
Yeah.
I
Well,
go on sweeps
there
on a
will be
regular
none.
basis.
Well, my place is spider infested before we even got there.
Yeah.
Like, we have a lot of bushes and, like, trees and stuff by it, and under the house is one den of man-eating spiders. Like, the dude had to go, because we're selling the house, the dude had to go, like, investigate under the house, make sure it's not falling in on itself. And he, like, put on his suit, and I was like, and that was the last time I saw him. He made it out, thankfully, but...
will never
So
speak to
I'm
him.
never going to your house again. I didn't know you had a nest of spiders underneath it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's infested, but-
Bye.
We're
Well,
gone in, like, 6 days.
I was about to
Okay,
say,
so
it's
within
good
the
that
next
we're
6
moving out.
days, I am not going to your place.
Dylan would never shows up.
And the thing is like, if you would have never told me that, I wouldn't have even had that thought. But now that you've told me that, if I enter your home, I will not be comfortable.
Yeah, because you're like spiders.
'Cause I
I'm
will
not
be
even
on the
sure if
watch.
I'm comfortable with you being here.
Yeah, but that's my problem with horror in general, is I love horror. I love horror. But at the same time, I have this issue where I overthink every little detail about every little everything.
I feel it.
So if I'm watching something with horror, I'm precursoring what could possibly happen within these next 3 minutes
And that's honestly scarier than what
than the
actually
actually
is there.
happened.
Yeah,
Exactly. I build myself up so much for when it actually happens, it scares the shit out
The
of me.
whole fucking time I was playing Outlast, I was like, "Oh my god, it's around the corner.
I still
He's
didn't
gonna
fin-
kill. He's gonna kill. Wait, nothing.
I still haven't
nothing?
finished it.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, no, I still haven't finished it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real with you. I don't think I will. I haven't finished. I haven't finished any Outlast Let's Play.
I'd love to do Outlast 2 because Outlast is actually a fun game. It's just It's scary.
It's
all right?
scary.
It's scary. I can't.
I haven't
handle it.
finished Outlast 2 either.
I think the worst scare I ever got in a horror game it was Condemned 2, Bloodshot.
Ah, yes, Condemned.
Walking around, open a door to a bathroom, walk up to the mirror, like, hey, I can see my reflection. Bitch comes out from behind me, and I see the reflection, like, pause the game and freak the fuck out.
Oh, see, at least you have that ability to pause the game. If you watch me play a horror game and I get scared, most of the time the controller's not in my hand anymore.
Well, the controller wasn't in my hand. I was like, ah, and threw the controller and freaked out. And
At
then,
least you paused it.
took like,
Oh my god.
Horror game death scenes that I've seen just because I freak out and I don't react in time.
Well, I never played Dead Space by myself in the dark at night before, and then I did for like an hour and a half one time when we were at the old apartment.
No.
Fucking no, dude. I opened a door and something fell. I got so fucking scared. I looked away from the TV, and I tried to move away, and I realized I didn't know where I was going because I wasn't looking at the TV.
So, the Outlast 2 demo. I was playing it. Unfortunately, my audio was really bad, so I couldn't post it up on the channel. But I did a let's play, walking towards this well at one point, and every step towards the well, my head turned slightly to the right until I approached the well. Jump scare happens. I'm not even looking at it. I hear it, and I'm like, "Fuck! God!"
see, the last time I ever played a horror game, it was Dead Space 2, but it was like 6 months ago. I'm at work, nighttime security guard, alone, no one's there, it's dark out.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I'm gonna play Dead Space while I'm here.
So you're dumb.
Yeah. So I saw loot, and I was like, that's loot there, but what if something attacks me? I just got done clearing this room of enemies. So I grab a pole with my telekinesis, I set it down next to the body and the loot. I grab the loot, a bitch jumps from the ceiling, my plan goes to shit. I was like, and ran across the room, fucking turned off my laptop, and never played a horror game since.
Oh my god.
See?
Prey.
Prey isn't a horror game.
I'm trying to remember Prey.
Aliens. Mimics.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's not a horror game. I wouldn't consider that a horror game.
Well, that's because Arcane made it, and I sucked their dick.
I mean, Prey is
least you're
pseudo horror.
honest.
I'd say it's pseudo horror.
It had me as a nervous wreck.
You gonna do
beating
another
everything.
question?
Oh, it's
see, that's how I would be.
it's sort of branching off of this one. What it would be the shittiest horror game to get stuck in?
On the topic of Prey, that shit right there.
Be the shittiest to get stuck in.
So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, being stuck in that
are you talking about
universe would be
you
shitty.
being in the universe stuck in, or are you talking about
You're
being
in the game.
stuck playing?
Yeah, no, you're stuck in the game.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna go with
okay.
Prey, because that's every nightmare I can have.
Like you as an individual are in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outlast. Outlast.
Well,
I wouldn't hang.
first of all, if I was an Outlast and I walked up on this abandoned place, I'd be like, all right, cool, and I'd turn the fuck around and drive away.
Okay. Outlast 2.
Well,
I don't know Outlast.
this
2.
is implying.
Outlast 2, his wife gets kidnapped. So,
I would just deal with my wife being kidnapped.
yeah, see, that's a very distinct difference
Look,
between
I
the
loved
two of us
you,
now.
But that's some scary shit.
I loved
bro.
you right up until Satan.
I'm not about to get my pelvis split by an axe.
Yeah,
I saw the demo, but that's it.
yeah. So,
So,
basically any survivor, I wouldn't do well.
For me, it'd probably
Well-
be Condemned 2, because I didn't want to be in Condemned 2's world so much that I didn't even finish it.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
remember what happened, because
See-
I got to the part where they're the fucking mechanical exploding babies, and I was like, okay, this is fucking weird. And then I got to the boss fight, where the only way you can damage the boss is by picking up the mechanical exploding babies and then throwing them across a fucking room at the boss and hoping to God that they explode, except for the throwing mechanic is really fucked up and the shot's really hard to make and move side to side and the explosion doesn't cover the entire place. So fucking you spend like 7.5 minutes picking up these fucking weird sewn together exploding babies and throwing them across the room, and I finished that boss fight and I was like, I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore.
I'm gonna have to go with Outlast as well, because I played through it, and I didn't want to be in it, playing it.
Yeah, I don't even want to watch it,
Yeah,
let alone be in it.
I'm playing the game and I'm like, God damn it, I started it, so I have to finish it because
Oh, I'm
like,
not that guy.
yeah, well, we already had like the Gingerbread Man Runneth, and other than Overwatch videos, we didn't have a complete Let's Play.
We have not had a complete
So
Let's Play still.
that's why I was like, well, no, Outlast. I finished.
I mean,
Outlast.
other than Outlast.
That was when I was like, fuck, I have to finish it. Okay, we can do this. And yeah, I was a pussy the whole time, but
You did much better than I would have. My
Yeah.
series would have been like a 30-episode series. So
5 minutes apiece.
no,
With
I would
guest
stick it
stars.
out. I would stick it out. I'd stick it out for 15 minutes apiece. I'd give the game 15 minutes.
Let's be real though. 10 of those minutes would be the game or no, 5 of those minutes would be the game paused.
5 of those minutes, like 5 minutes of that would be me hyping myself up before I did anything.
Like,
Like-
standing at a door, like,
I
okay,
can just get a highlight
open
reel
it.
of Dylan's
Just
pause
open it.
moments.
Just me like talking to myself. All right, guys, we're gonna do this. We're gonna open the door. All right, here we go. And then like I go to click the button. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Fuck.
oh my god.
Double peak.
The sad part is I've
All
actually
across the
seen
sky.
you do that in games.
I know. I do it in non-horror games. Like I straight up have this problem where I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm ready. And then like I don't do it. So on that topic, what non-horror game had something in it that scared the shit out of you?
I don't remember if it was God of War 2 or it was God of War 3. There's a part in it where you're swimming and you're about to like surface and then a body falls right in front of you and it's like right in the camera, but I played God of War 3 in 2 sittings over 2 nights at Gabe's house on their giant fucking TV, and I never played it on a TV this big, and God of War 3 is fucking beautiful.
Yes, it is.
I remember I kept forgetting that, or I kept not being able to tell if I was in a cutscene or not because the fucking animation is so good. But, fuck. I forgot where I was going with that.
Body.
The falling body.
Oh yeah, no, like that shit scared the shit out of me because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning and I was just in the living room by myself.
Yep.
Trying to be as quiet as possible.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Krishad, you have the same problem I do where you get scared easy in video games. Give me yours.
Well, that's like in horror games though. In other games, you're like a badass that kills everything, so I'm not scared of shit.
But you don't get like startled by stuff in games. You haven't come across something in like in a sense of a normal game where they add a horror scenario out of nowhere.
Not that I've played that I can remember.
My character from Black Desert. I have to fill you guys in on that after the podcast, but me, Catherine the baby.
Yeah.
That shit, I was never
Yeah.
like so freaked out to climb so much in my life.
The vagina monster in that too.
The vagina monster was
Catherine.
like haunting, but
The thing is I
the
didn't.
baby was legit like, oh, nightmare fuel.
I didn't expect it. Was the thing with the vagina.
That too, yeah.
Was it just like I was just like whoa, whoa! Like I felt like Crash Bandicoot.
Peaked.
Just like,
So
are you
the
gonna
amazing-
point out every time I pee?
Yep.
The
He's
amazing
peeking.
part of Catherine is that every single time, like, when you get to the next level, because the puzzles are so fucking hard, when you get to the next level, you're like, okay, this can't possibly get weirder. And then it just comes out of fucking left field
Flying
and gets
vagina.
way fucking weirder.
Yeah.
But you can't
Alright, what is this
conceive
flying
of weirder
fucking
shit.
vagina monster?
It's like
It's a climbing fucking
you're
vagina
climbing
monster.
you're climbing through hell or whatever, and it's a puzzle game, and you're
It's a
being
puzzle
chased by
game,
stuff.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah,
I believe.
you're whatever.
So essentially, it's a puzzle game, and you're climbing up these blocks, and climbing up after you are these different monsters. And one of the monsters is essentially it's a pair of legs climbing up, back like with the pair of legs, and then on the butt is like this weird, like toothy vagina face, or like
Yeah.
vagina mouth,
And it's like trying to eat you.
and it's horrifying.
and it's crawling up the thing, and it's like
Yeah, no.
it's kind of like a Tremor.
Catherine is a dope game.
No, Catherine's really awesome.
It is fucking
I'd suggest
disturbing
it.
though.
Yeah,
It is
no.
disturbing, but that's one of the reasons it's dope.
I don't want to be afraid of vaginas, so I'm gonna not play it.
Oh God. It made me gay.
Oedipus much?
So I just found out there's an Oedipus IPA, and I was like, I don't want to drink that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I've seen it.
God.
It's no.
I'm like, that makes it sound like I'm gonna fuck my mom, and I don't like that.
I don't want to drink something that apparently makes people fuck their moms.
Exactly. Like,
Or it turns you into a motherfucker.
yeah, or a motherfucker.
That's fair.
Mine, I think, will always be the Shadow Temple in Zelda. Just the entirety of the Shadow Temple in Zelda.
I would say the well.
That's what I mean. The well bit of the Shadow Temple.
Oh yeah, no, the well.
The fucking white monster and the boss.
2 items on that list we were making for the
top 10.
top 10 what the fuck monsters.
Monsters that made you go, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
we need to finish that.
That is definitely one of the major things. Like, still, I get like freaked out by it because they do a really good job with the music of it, and so like they do a really good job. I get startled super easily in games. Every game has scared me at one point. I'm gonna be real.
One.
Huh?
I just thought of one. Conker's Bad Fur Day. When I got to the mansion filled with zombies, I don't know how old I was, but it was fucking terrifying. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's Conker's Bad Fur Day, so that's like N64, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it was a while back.
Yep.
Well, shit. I mean, I remember the castle in DK64 kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
Dude, Rare was on fucking fire in the late 90s.
If
They
only
were,
they
yeah.
kept up with it.
I know.
Yeah. I have to look up whatever happened.
I think they got bought.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
they
what-
got
well,
bought.
they
by
what
Sony.
put
they
them in a
started to-
position
They
to...
started to fall off, and then they started.
I think they made a deal
around
with
and
Sega.
restructuring, and then it just
I
went
think
shit.
that's what happened. Is Rare made a deal with Sega, and then Sega fell through.
I
So
got
Rare
another
fell
one.
through.
It was Super Mario 64.
The booze?
Haunted freaking mansion place.
Oh, dude.
Go into this room with a piano, and I'm like, that's a piano.
The piano
Walk up
always
to it,
scared the
starts
shit out of
eating me.
me.
I'm like, oh fuck! And I threw my controller and died.
Actually, yeah. That always scared the shit out of me is the piano from Mario 64.
The first time you had to fight the flood in Halo. Oh my fucking god. That was terrifying.
Oh, I called them jellyfish. Yeah. Those things. Yes. Those are terrifying.
Dude, because going back and playing it, like, I wish I could experience that game for the first time again. Because like
It was nuts.
it's set up to where like when you see the flood, you're just like, fuck! No,
The
Yes.
first Halo I played was Halo 2, and then I came across the flood and was like, what is this terror? What's this level? I don't want it.
What is this nightmare fuel?
I'm a little ashamed to admit that Pokemon scared the fuck out of me at one point, and I can't use the excuse I was young. This was like a few years ago. It was X and Y, the fucking ghost chick.
Oh.
I was playing at like 4 in the
yeah.
morning, and the shit happens, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ah,
No,
my DS is haunted.
Okay, X and Y, I get it. That scene was really fucked up and was unnecessary. Like,
Because I'd been in there before and it was fine.
yeah, and it just randomly happened. Yeah.
It just came up on me and it
It
was
just
just...
came out of nowhere.
If a game starts playing with my head in the middle of the night, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep.
I couldn't after that. I was like, oh, I die tonight. All right.
No, I get startled all the time. I'm a screamer.
honestly, one of the best. It isn't a horror game. It's definitely a survival game. But I wouldn't call it a horror game. But it's fucking terrifying. Is Metro 2033.
Oh my fucking god! So I'm a
Dude.
bitch
Oh,
in that
dude.
game too.
Metroid Prime 2.
I didn't beat that.
Oh my god!
Metroid Prime 2 is one of the scariest games I have ever played in my life, and it's
Well,
not a horror game.
Exactly, because part of the fear factor comes from the fact that it's so fucking hard and save points are so far in between.
Yeah, and these fucking monsters blend in with everything around them. Like, and they eat you. And I don't like it.
I do not like to be eaten.
I don't like to be eaten. Eating is not my fetish.
Looking for someone to eat
God
me.
fucking damn it.
Put it on Craigslist looking for someone to eat me.
I was
I'll
like,
deep
oh,
fry.
I'll eat you out. No.
Oh, no.
Eat me.
Eat me. But, so, on to the topic that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
So, I have an idea to where they can to where Zelda can have a multiverse game.
Yes! I was gonna ask you this at the opening, but then
Because I knew this one would take a little bit.
That's fair.
So, I have this idea where the multiverse is a fact of the Zelda universe. Like, even the creators have addressed that the Zelda universe is a multiverse. So, I have this idea that inevitably, they're gonna eventually have, like, a game that connects everything. So, I think that they could do is, it's a link that is around through the timelines. And he's trying to catch him before he changes one of the moments in the timeline. And inevitably, it's gonna peak at Ocarina of Time because that's where the timeline splits.
So essentially, the way that it sort of starts is in Ocarina of Time, when the hero dies timeline, the hero's soul that is sort of reincarnated throughout the ages in Link, that goes into sort of an in-between like spirit realm, and that's where Majora's Mask happens. But in the timeline where Link defeats Ganon in Ocarina of Time, Ganon's soul also gets stuck in that sort of in-between soul world. And then Link is chasing Ganon essentially through time, because they're in this in-between, and Ganon is trying to change the events in one of the other games.
So that he could
win.
So, my idea is that Link does not know he is dead, right, in Majora's Mask. So, he's not actually dead because the Triforce is a reincarnating tool. Mm-hmm. So, your spirit doesn't actually die, it just lives on. So, through the power of the Triforce, it's created this world, which is Majora's Mask. And that means when Ganon loses and is sent to the spirit realm, that's the same exact thing that the Triforce would do for him. So they're living in these worlds that their Triforce has created, and they have this power over it that they don't realize they have because of the power of the Triforces. And so what I think that they could do is the epilogue of this game being Link from Majora's Mask giving all of the masks back to the mask salesman, and the tutorial montage. Your growing up
you
montage.
You mean the prologue?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Well,
okay.
I said epilogue for the Majora's Mask, and so prologue for the beginning.
So essentially it starts, your game would start in the
epilogue of Majora's Mask. Okay. And the prologue of the game would be growing up into Link. And like it'd just be like a time skip, like going through it, just showing like a montage almost, cutscene.
Okay. I feel it.
And then so Ganon is in this world as well, because it's the spirit realm. This is the afterlife. This is where you go when you die if you have the Triforce. So they weakened Spirit inside, and he was like, "Whoa, I found you. I'm gonna defeat you," because he doesn't know that he lost to him in the first place.
Okay.
Because that's just like when he died, he went back to being a kid. So to him, being an adult, like the memories of him being an adult wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
So he dies and he's still a child, and then he grows up and he sees Ganon, which is the guy who he knows is a bad guy. So he starts chasing him, and Ganon learns the ability to go through time like Link could with the Song of Time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're journeying through all of the different games while Ganon's trying to get away, and the game could adapt the forms of the game. So like your Link goes to all these different worlds, transforming into this other Link, and you have to like get to the end of one of the dungeons in the game. So like it's like an anthology, but also its own storyline. And then the reason that everyone keeps getting recycled and why Ganon will always come back is because the Triforce is reincarnating him. So the only way for him to actually die is if the whole Triforce was destroyed, which means that Zelda, Link, and Ganon would all have to die for none of them to come back.
Which Zelda would die, though? We don't know.
Well, it's still going to be
who technically could have died in that timeline without us knowing, or like without it being obvious.
I mean, Ocarina of Time, it's kind of, I would assume that she would die after Ganon won.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's something you'd have to do research on.
Yeah, like
It's
this
not
isn't
something
this
I would
isn't
know off the top of my head.
yeah, this isn't like a super fleshed out idea, but this is my
It could
my
totally
idea.
open up an avenue for just a Nintendo multiverse. It'll never happen, but I
Oh,
would love because you have like Smash Bros. And then that one Link game that crossed over with Mario.
Yeah.
And then of course the other crossover games could totally open it up to be some Nintendo multiverse. And Smash Bros. Is some kind of like multiverse
Tournament.
battle arena.
Well,
Crazy Hands, like
Smash Bros has its own like theories and lore.
Yeah.
Like Smash Bros is its whole own identity, and I'm not going to go into those theories right now. But yeah, so I think that they could inevitably do this, and I think the end game would be a remastered, like, because obviously it's going to be later, so the game's going to look really good and all that. It's basically going to be the same fight as Ocarina of Time, but you like the end of it, rather than like you leaving the tower and shit and running all the way down, you just let the tower take all three of you.
Oh shit.
And that's the end.
That would be dope.
Bam.
The self-set.
Here you go, kids.
That'd be a fucking tearjerker.
And the thing,
Goddamn.
and like that would be a really good, if they wanted to conclude the Zelda series, is here's the end. Here is it. This is what the end is. But
end to a Nintendo series?
Yeah, exactly.
But also, you don't have to end it, because after the game is over and at the very end, during the epilogue, Link's spirit awakens as the armor corpse that teaches Twilight Princess Link how to use the Master Sword.
Oh, all right.
And I think the opening of the game, because this Link would not have the Master Sword. So the beginning of the game would be him going back to the very, very first Zelda game, and he meets the sage, and he says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this."
Huh.
And he gets the Master Sword from him. And then that's what makes it to where the spirit, like, that's what the Triforce is. That's what the Triforce of Courage is. It's the Master Sword.
Yeah, we definitely have to look into how that all works with the timeline, but I fucking dig it.
Yeah.
We could expand this into a theory.
Yeah. So that's my...
game
A
theory.
Nintendo theory.
A game theory. Anyway. Thanks for watching.
Hashtag copyright.
Hashtag please don't claim us. Please.
We
Anyway.
already have 2 strikes.
Do we?
No.
Oh. I was like, no!
Peaked.
Shut up!
God damn it.
Then
Anyway.
stop peeking.
I can't help it. That's just who I am.
Hashtag love hate for Matt Pat.
Yeah, hashtag love Pate from AppApp. So, your theory is actually the reason I came up with this today. So,
I know.
and it
Fucking-
wasn't even associated with.
It just
The
came
theory
up
today.
while we were watching it.
You made a Triforce joke, and it sparked something in my brain. But yeah, so that's my theorem.
It peaked your brain.
It piqued my brain.
Theorem.
Yes.
You
What
got
are we
perked
doing
up?
on? Yes. What are we doing on time?
58.
I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah, although I do want to bitch about something really fast. I've been playing Gears of War 3. I know I said this on a previous podcast. Fuck elevator sections. I'm so fucking sick of elevator sections. I don't care what game it's in. Every time it's in a game, doesn't matter
Haven't
where
you
it is,
realized that's
fucking
Xbox
bad.
trope? 100% every single like third-person game that Microsoft makes that involves any sort of like horde combat, you will go in an elevator and
I
you
know.
will be jumped by people. That is actually one of the main reasons why I don't like Microsoft games that much.
It's fucking.
It's
I'm
lazy.
I'm just sick of it. I'm just done. I don't like them.
Like, give me a hallway that
Get rid
lasts
of all of
forever.
them.
Jesus Christ! Like,
Or
I
for
will
once,
literally take a loading bar over having to sit in a fucking elevator.
or for once, give us an escort mission where the guy isn't a total asshole
yeah.
or fucking worthless.
Yes.
Anyway,
I think we
Alright.
could do one more question,
What? Or
just
what?
to span out the time a little more.
Okay.
So I want to keep it over an hour,
Nah, I feel
which we could just tangent for that, but
Well, fucking annoying video game mechanics, like just fucking something.
I hate third-person shooters.
just third person.
Just injustly, at the end of the day, they are such a highly less ineffective than a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
And it'd be different if the third person had third-person and first-person mechanics. it doesn't. They have that shitty hip fire that doesn't hit, so you just waste ammo consistently. You can't really aim. So what is the fucking point of even having a shooter if you can't aim? Like, all you're doing is hip firing and praying that if they're in the cursor, it'll get hit by one of the stray bullets you shot. That's why I didn't really like Gears of War. That's why I don't really like Halo that much.
Sounds to me like you just got bodied too much.
Halo's first person.
I mean, I don't like the, behind third person. I like full first person.
That's what
Halo's
Halo
full
is.
first person.
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you fucking talking
Oh,
about?
I'm talking about the other one. Fucking Mass Effect's multiplayer, sorry.
Mass Effect.
It coexisted in my brain for a second.
I was like, bro, Halo is for...
No, I loved Mass Effect's first, like Mass Effect's combat, but it was lacking because it was third person. You can never do what you really wanted to do.
Well, yeah, plus Mass Effect really suffered from their cover mechanics being really shoddy.
Exactly.
Um,
And that's a problem with most third person shooters, is
Yeah.
cover mechanics being hella shoddy. Like, I do not like third person mechanics in general.
Personally, the best like third person cover mechanics I feel were in Gears of War 2. I found it the best, but I do understand it's almost always really shitty to have to deal with it all the time.
Exactly.
So, this is a new one. And it's annoying, but I still do it because I fucking love the game. Injustice 2. Essentially, on your super moves, there's a QTE. You don't know about it. They don't tell you about it. It's not in the tutorial or anything. But if you perfectly time pressing a button with your hit, when you hit in the super,
Okay.
depending on which side you are, whether
Oh,
you're defending
mashing
side
the
or
button, you
offensive
can
side. Well,
increase
pressing
the
it.
defense. Yeah, you can
timing
press
it at the
time
same
it.
time. Yeah, you hit X, and bam, you do more damage
Okay.
at the same time. If you're a defender, you hit X right when they hit you, it does less damage at the same time. It's so dumb, in my opinion. Like, it's a annoying mechanic to include in a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still do it because I love Injustice, and
And because you have a benefit, but it seems asinine.
yeah, it's dumb to me because it's like,
Not necessary.
yeah, and I get it. It's a fighting game that has like a stat system, so it doesn't have to be 100% like quote unquote fair.
Yeah.
As balanced as a normal fighting or competitive fighting game would be.
Yeah. Which in competitive they lock you out of using gear and stuff, which doesn't make sense because they hyped up the game so much for gear. And then like you get alternate abilities you can equip, like it actually changes your
Which is
moveset slightly.
That actually
Yeah.
still bothers me about Injustice in general, is that you can't that your second, like, your new abilities count as gear.
Yeah, it's really dumb. And it shafts a lot of people like Red Hood players. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Hood can be viable without it, but Red Hood's way more viable if you include his gutted and his hidden
bomb.
explosive.
Yeah, his hidden explosive bomb. Like, no, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense when you turn it into an RPG and then you take the RPG, or you focus so much of the game on being an RPG, and then the competitive sphere, you take all those RPG elements out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you lock gear, that makes total sense. Like gear should totally be locked, but the abilities, the customization, that's what you hype the game out for. You know?
Like, everyone should be able to customize it, but take the gear's effects
Yeah.
off.
Or straight up, you could just have tournaments with gear. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of that idea, but if you separate them, like you have
One
no
tournament
gear
for this.
tournaments and gear tournaments, that totally works.
That would
Yeah.
be fine.
Obviously, people in gear tournaments, they have a little. It's a little more of a seniority factor, you know, the
Yeah.
longer you've been playing. But still, like it bugs me because you get certain combos and stuff with different abilities that are really cool, and you get to see the different play styles. But in competitive, you're locked to just that.
Yeah.
You know, like your base character.
I feel it. I'm
Krishad, do
there.
you have any closing statements?
Closing statements? No.
Do you have any games that you don't
Any-
like any mechanic in games that you don't like?
The mighty wooden door that will stop any adventurer in their tracks because it's locked and you can't get through. You have a weapon that can blow up a city block, but you can't get through the wooden door. to save the
my
world.
god.
Invincible
You
doors.
walk into a building in fucking Fallout New Vegas. You come up to this door, but it's locked. You can't pick it. Half the door is fucking missing. It's made of wood, and you can kick it, but you can't get through. The world is doomed. Fuck them. That's
Yeah, you can
my
literally
God.
reach through the door.
That's what we need VR for.
Going through a dungeon in Skyrim, you have a sword that can two-shot a dragon. Wooden door doesn't fucking matter. That door's gonna stand up to your flaming sword of dragon death.
Oh my god.
You can shoot a Kamehameha, door.
Unbreakable.
Unrelenting force, unstoppable door.
Unbreakable bay windows.
Unmovable door.
Yeah.
In a
Oh
game,
god, yeah.
When you can see the outside area or through the glass, but you can't like shoot or go through the glass. You
I
have to go
actually-
to the door.
I hate not being able to break glass in games.
I
That is one
know.
of my biggest pet peeves, is shooting glass and the glass not break.
Yeah.
Or like
Or when you
punching glass.
unload on glass and it just cracks, but it never actually breaks.
Or like it
So
cracks
you drop like 2 clips.
and then it heals up again,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, fuck you, game. I'm not playing you anymore. Gears of War, Rage, Halo.
Essentially, any first-person shooter game will have some point.
Oh,
where
yeah.
there will be fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Like walls of glass.
And it's the worst when it's like some of them are breakable and some of them are not. It's
And
like,
you
oh,
never
yeah,
tell.
dick.
You never know.
So, oh man, I'm playing a survival action first person shooter. I'm gonna try to break this window with a silenced gun. Hit the glass doesn't break. The guy you tried shooting in the face just looks at the bullet hole, looks at you, looks at the bullet hole, looks at you, and then you're in trouble.
And then they're just like, this fucking guy's so stupid. Like,
This
what the
motherfucker
fuck?
didn't know this glass couldn't be broken, even though that you've been going through the whole game and you could break all of the
See,
glass up to this point.
There are times in Prey, so some of the glass can be broken. Hit it with like your wrench, walk through it, that's fine. But a lot of the glass is like special bulletproof space glass. But there's no like indicator for which glass is bulletproof space glass. So sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna shoot that phantom, maybe get a stealth kill. Pew! Oh shit. And now I have an army of phantoms beating my face in because that glass was special bulletproof space glass.
Yeah. So,
One of my biggest personal pet peeves, just of all time across all games, genres, it doesn't happen as much anymore, but when you're moving or following an NPC, and essentially wherever you're going, you can't continue until they get there.
Oh my god.
When that NPC walks slightly faster than your walking speed and slightly slower than your sprinting speed, so that the entire time you have to sprint to catch up, and then walk to fall behind, and then sprint to catch up, and then walk to fall behind, and then sprint to catch up. And honestly, this is probably in the mid to late 2010s that this was going on a lot, but a lot of the time, just to burn game time, there were so many just walk this person from point A to point B, and you were just like, oh my god, just fucking kill me.
Yeah, or like you sprint ahead and then they just stop.
yeah, you have to be standing
And they
next
stare
to
at you
them.
from fucking 20 feet away like, bitch, you better be closer for me to walk.
And it's worse when you go back to them and then they're like, alright, now let's get going. Like, you motherfucking...
let's go to the warehouse.
I need you for protection.
This is why I
even
play on
though-
PC, so I can be like, fucking put in a command to make that bitch killable and like stab him. And then load my last save.
I'm really glad that newer games are adding for escorts holding a button to stay in tandem with them. Like Witcher does that
With the
first time
roads.
with the
Yeah.
roads, where like if you're following someone on the road, you can hold a button to stay in tandem with the person you're following.
First time I saw that was in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was the first place I saw it too, and I was like,
It's
this
so
is the
nice.
best thing for
It was
escorts.
the best addition to the horse mechanics. And it
Especially
made-
since you
oh.
could still do everything you needed to do while following this person. So you
Exactly.
could shoot, you could do everything, and as long as you were holding that button, you could fucking have help, like, follow this guy.
It was so good.
So, yeah, no. More games need to do that with escort missions.
I know.
Or just stop doing escort
Or
missions.
just stop doing escort missions.
That too.
Or have someone that is competent as the escort.
Mm-hmm.
So have a sprint, have the NPC keep up with you rather than you keep up with the NPC, because all you have to do is have it to where it keeps with your pace, and all you have to do is follow it.
Not even
maybe-
just that. Even if like you sprint ahead and get to the place, it's gonna break my immersion less if you just teleport the person to me than if I have to sit there and fucking wait.
Exactly.
It'll break my immersion less if they stop seeing mobs of enemies and going, I should put my face in that.
Yeah, right?
which
Runs
is-
towards the enemy.
Which is my biggest problem, and I think it should follow the player rather than the player following the NPC, is you should, in every RPG, especially if it's an RPG, have the opportunity to run from a fight. Like, that is you're role playing.
Oh my god,
that is the
NPC
aspect of all games. is
NPCs that freeze and don't do anything whenever a fight breaks
that
out.
stop and do this.
Like stop
That
and
stop
cower.
and cower in the
Oh.
corner. Oh, dude, I hate it.
So annoying.
Fucking Skyrim. I surrender. Goes to corner. Stabs you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many times every once in a while I'm like, you know what? Maybe this time he'll just run away. I'll put my sword away. Maybe this time he'll run away. Nope, he just attacked me again. I'm like, you fucking bitch! You just said you surrendered.
I yield. Slash. 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 I yield. Slash.
You hit me 7 times. I took 5 damage and have 435 health. Like, you're not doing anything to me, bro. You're not gonna win.
Yeah.
Anyway, that sounds like a pretty good place.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the Broke Geeks for the 5th Broke Geeks podcast. If
we
you
all
could,
love you.
Now hold on. He wanted closing statements from me. Thanks for watching.
Ooh.
Bye.
like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. Love you.
Comment.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
I don't know why I'm dancing. This is an audio podcast.
I was into video games, and in the darkness, I'm heartless like when an ox.
It's all true. Tell your friends, yo.
I was into video games,
I'm not a narc. I just played one on Nintendo.
and in the darkness, I'm
Hello and welcome to the 5th Broke Geeks podcast. I am DeezySenpai. Here with
Johnny.
God damn it!
I
you
I
couldn't
ruined the
think
hate-
flow.
of a name.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I
How
couldn't
can we
think
not
of a
get
name.
a single intro to go smoothly?
Look,
Literally anybody.
We are literally
Anybody.
lined up right now.
We're sitting in the same.
It's okay.
You know what? There's other people here. Let's just get to the podcast. I don't give a fuck anymore.
It's Krishad, Krish Calico.
Krish Calico.
Stop.
Yeah. And
Have you
Is it
ever-
because he has a calic?
Have you ever referred to yourself as that?
no,
It's,
Okay.
it's him.
me exclusively.
Just him.
I kind of figured.
And
Krishy
we
Squeeze.
Oh shit.
So if a gingerbread
Wait,
man
did
is
Kri-
inside of a house of ginger, is it made of his skin or is he made of the house?
He screams for he does not know.
Thank you.
Wait, in a house of ginger or a house of gingerbread?
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread.
You said a house of ginger, and that's a very different house.
That's a soulless house.
See the is gingerbread soulless?
Yes, it's soulless bread.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
There's
I
no
was gonna
soul
say,
in the bread?
what about
I'm
Shrek?
just picturing a house with walls of carrot top, just stacked up like Tetris.